My name is Dr. Eleanor Danishfar from One Neuro Clinic, and I'm here at Beverly Hills High School to talk about fitting in on behalf of the Bianca Foundation. This is Nilu Khalili, and she will tell us a little bit about the Bianca Foundation.
Hi, my name is Nilu Khalili, and I'm here at Beverly Hills High School on behalf of Bianca Foundation, following the dream of my children to have peace in the whole world. I think Bianca Foundation is needed for every school. What we're doing is educating young teen to have life skill, and we would love to have this as a mandatory in every school. This is going to be next to the history, English, math, and then they're going to have these life coaching classes to know how to challenges with their life, how to respond, how to act and react during their most challenges in their life.
And I'm happy to be here on behalf of the Bianca Foundation to speak about fitting in. For a moment, I want you guys to take a second and close your eyes, or just think about the last time that you felt like you didn't fit in. It could be because you were changing schools, or it could be waiting in line for lunch, or waiting in line for something, or introducing yourself to a group of friends. Starting maybe something new where you didn't know anybody. I want you to think about how you felt. What was it like not to fit in? What was the situation like for you? And how did your body feel? Did you feel nervous? Did you get butterflies in your stomach? And after you do that, I want you to take a moment and do the reverse. I want you to think about a time where you felt like you really belonged. You felt like you were getting along with your friends, like they were being supportive. They were receptive to your needs and your thoughts. How did you feel in that moment?
Camp last year in a different state, and I didn't feel like I fit in because everyone else was different from me, and they all came from different places in the world, and they all seemed to get along and know each other, but I didn't know anyone, so. I was there for 5 weeks, and I still didn't feel like I belonged by the end of it, and it like really hurt my feelings, and I felt really discouraged, and I didn't want to put myself out there anymore.
One of the things that I think that you touched on that's very important is sometimes there's so many different people, and you have to be there for 5 weeks, that you don't know kind of how to approach.
One of the things about adolescence is you're kind of stuck in between two worlds. And these two worlds are something we want to highlight today. You're stuck in between your family, but then you're also expected to make decisions like an adult, like college and what you want to do with the rest of your life. You have a brain that's developing like an adult and a body that's turning into an adult with hormones and all the stuff that comes along with that. But there's still childlike tendencies where you just want to like skip class or play or enjoy. And so you're stuck in between these two kind of dialectics, as we call them, kind of opposites. And so adolescence has a lot of impact in terms of how you develop your identity. who you are, what you decide you like. You know, some people when they're teens think that they're going to want to do one thing when they're older, and there's so much pressure, especially within our society, and I think in Los Angeles in particular, to make that choice so early. And on top of all of that is the topic we have today, which is friends and fitting in. We are social beings, human beings. We naturally just coexist in social groups. And I was telling Eleanor the other day, this is the reason why solitary confinement is like the worst punishment you can give someone, because you're cutting them off of their social interactions. So we need being social. And in the example I didn't get your name, but in the example our brave volunteer mentioned, there was a sense of discouragement and depravity from not being able to be within a social group. So we need it, but there's so much pressure in high school to be a certain way.
Don't try. Don't try to fit in. Because when you don't try to fit in and you're able to tune in with your own values, with your own thoughts and beliefs, and surround yourself with people who you feel respect those values. They don't need to be necessarily the same people as you, from the same backgrounds and the same culture, but those who respect your values and allow you to go along with your decision making and without having to criticize it.
The important things in life are health, mental health, and the healthy relationships you have around you, but we have so much pressure to say and do and look and feel in X or Y way. Right. High school is a time where if you're in friendships that don't really speak to your truth and your voice, you could really dampen your authenticity. If you're trying to fit in and you're not being genuine, then that voice that's in there somewhere that will come out later in life kind of gets hidden in a way, or dampen was the right word. You know, there's also often a lot of toxic friendships in high school, and it's really scary to get out of those situations.
What if you have had this friend for a long, long time, but all of a sudden the trust starts depleting? What do you do, even if you've consulted them about it?
Okay, so you've consulted them? So you've consulted with them, and what was the response?
They kind of brushed it off like it was nothing, like nothing was happening, nothing was going on, there was no problem.
Okay. So your friend did something that showed you that she's not trustworthy, and you talked to her about it, and she brushed it off as if nothing happened, right? And she's consistently showing you that she's not being trustworthy. Okay. And what did you do, if you don't mind me? Are you still friends with her, or?
I am still friends with her, but I am not as close as I was with her.
Right. And I think that's a natural process, right? We learn to nourish friendships that we see are making us feel good, and then we learn to let go or not as close with people or that are changing in a direction or in a way that doesn't fit. You know, it seems like your value is being trustworthy, right? So having that, I'm sure you do things to show that you're trustworthy to your friends. And so when you find that that's not consistent with what's going on, it seems like you've moved away from that. And how do you feel from moving away?
Sometimes when I feel like I'm not in a good friendship and I do start to get distant with them, it feels a lot better.
Yeah, right. And yes, thank you for sharing that. And I hope that our talk kind of brought that idea together, that, you know, that great point that you made, that knowing, internally feeling when something's not working, addressing it like you did, confronting it like you did, and then figuring out whether it's time, if this person's actions are meeting your value, your core value, and learning ways to kind of either have to separate or work on that relationship if that person's willing to work on it.
Okay, Rona Rimoni. Hi, Simone. Yay. Okay, Sarah Levin. It's one of you guys. Who's Rachel K?
My name is Michelle Mendelson. I've been a teacher here for 36 years. I've taught every grade level from K through 12. I'm honored to be here at the high school, and I'm very supportive of the Bianca Foundation. I believe it's an excellent forum for people who have concerns or issues of high school and the dilemmas of growing up. And I think you should take advantage of accessing the website and continuing to participate in these wonderful luncheons.
I think the Bianca Foundation is something that should really, I think it could go, I think it's something that's important because it reaches out to a population, it could reach out to a much larger population of young people where they can come to a place where they feel safe amongst their peers and amongst adults.
My name is Sogo Simani. I have been with the Beverly Hills District for past 8 years, and I think Bianca's foundation is very important and I think it should be global.
Hi, my name is Jessica Daniel. I'm studying to become a psychologist. I'm here speaking on behalf of One Neuro for the Bianca Foundation. I think it's a fabulous foundation, and I really think teens need all the tools they can get. We put so much emphasis on learning and college, and there's so much stress and within the community especially, and so for kids to be able to have a forum to speak about mental health and speak about friendships and speak about the things that they're so consumed by on Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook and the world, I think it's really important to have a way to just connect person to person and talk about this stuff. So I'm a big proponent and supporter. So thank you so much.